Good day, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today we will be reviewing a macro brew. Most people know, some people like, some people don't. A lot of people, it was their very first IPA. For me it was as well, which is probably why I don't like IPAs anymore, because this really shouldn't be in the IPA family. This company also had a very big controversy with their advertising back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when the man who was doing their spokespersoning, the man that was the focus of all their ads, ended up getting arrested for possession of child pornography. They survived that controversy. They made a whole bunch of other beers. I don't mind them. I like to have them around because they're actually fairly good beers. But as a beer in its category, it's not that good. We are talking Alexander Keiths India Pale Ale. Again, 5% alcohol, brewed in Nova Scotia by the Alexander Keiths Brewing Company. Very first IPA I had. I'm sure it's the very first IPA a lot of people have had. Macro brews are everywhere. I'm going to pour it into my Alexander Keiths IPA glass. This is a pint glass, so it's not going to fill it up, but hey, I have never seen an Alexander Keiths bottle-sized glass yet, so Alexander Keiths, maybe you should make one and send it to me. As you can see, very pale color, nothing special, one finger head, fades pretty quickly, slight viscosity, not much. Lots of bubbles in there. Now, when you smell it, it has more of that macro lager scent to it. It has the slightly dirty hop smell. Just the slightly off smell that a lot of the cheaper lagers have. Not a bad smell, but not the bitter or floral hops you expect with an IPA. I'd say smell-wise, it's below average for its style. It's about average for beer in general. I mean, as much as people like myself and everybody else love craft brews, they're the smaller percentage of beer that's bought in the world. This stuff is the higher percentage, so I mean, this smell, average smell. Style-wise, horrible smell though. Taste-wise, very crisp, the bubbles attack your tongue, easy drinking, smooth, but it has that somewhat tasteless feel to it. For the most part, soda water at the beginning, tiny touch of malt. As it crosses your tongue, the hops come out. They're not really bitter, they're not really floral, they're just there, it's hops. It seems to be cut with something. What? I'm not 100% sure what they'd cut it with, but it just seems to be cut with something. Again, tastes a lot like a lager. It tastes a lot like, say, Canadian or... It tastes like most of the macro beers you get in Canada, but slightly hoppier. It doesn't have the IPA feel, it doesn't have the IPA taste. This beer, I can say, ruined IPAs for me, because when I started drinking different things, this is what I thought of as an IPA. When I drank this and knew it was an India Pale Ale, this is the paradigm I ended up making in my mind for IPAs. I'm slowly venturing out further and further, but I don't like the super hoppy, I don't like the super floral. I don't mind the bitter, I don't mind the floral, but I don't want it to be super, super up there. This isn't there at all. I like to have it around, as I said. People like to drink it, so I like to have it in the fridge for all the people that come over. I mean, I can't force them all to drink all this crap stuff, all the craft stuff that I like. They're not going to like it. So, I buy this stuff for that. I don't mind drinking it. I'd give it probably a 6.5 out of 10. I mean, it's above average. It's just style-wise, I'd give it like a 2 out of 10. But Alexander Keiths IPA, as I said, most of you know it. That's why this is a quick review. Drink it if you want it. Don't drink it if you don't want to. Americans, it's a good Canadian beer. Keiths IPA, 6.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching the Albino Rhino beer review. Good beer drinking to yous. Have yourselves a good day. And goodbye.